Russia is suspected of a bombing plot through cargo planes. Check it out.
An alleged Russian plot to send explosive devices on planes to the U.S. Our transportation correspondent, Gio Benitez, has that story for us. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Yeah, ABC News confirming this report overnight, and it is shocking. This absolutely could have brought down planes. 2 of those devices ignited at DHL facilities. This morning, a multinational investigation underway to track down the culprits of an alleged Russian plot to send explosive devices aboard U.S. and Canada-bound planes, first reported by the Wall Street Journal. UK authorities saying devices ignited back in July at 2 separate DHL cargo hubs, one in Leipzig, Germany, the other in Birmingham, England.
There's a real question here whether this was an intentional act by the Russian intelligence to bring down an airplane or to test ability to get an incendiary device onto airplanes, or did they just want to scare the Western public?
Officials believe it's part of a wider plot where Russia schemed to send the incendiary devices through a commercial carrier on planes that would potentially end up in the United States. According to the Journal, one of the suspects, seen here at a DHL in Vilnius, Lithuania, arrested for allegedly sending 4 devices to the UK.
The problem is that these packages were very, very small, but even a small amount of burning magnesium can bring down a whole airplane.
Authorities in Poland arrested and charged 4 people in connection with the explosions. The TSA increasing security in recent months for certain cargo shipments.
If an airplane were brought down over the North Atlantic under suspicious circumstances, that all commercial aviation would be grounded immediately around the world for a long period of time.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going for it. I don't think that this is a Russian plot at all. I got to give y'all the news and give y'all updates to let y'all know what's going on. But I'm not going for it. I need more evidence. We don't believe you. You need more people. I'm just not going. It just doesn't make sense to me personally. Let me continue on with the show. In addition to that, at the game yesterday, I had a lot of police officers. I'm friends with every single police officer. I had a lot of police officers. Shout out to the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. Shout out to all of the Detroit police. Shout out to the Chicago police. Shout out to police officers nationwide. And one of the things they expressed to me, they said, Anton, we appreciate you. Because I have an affinity for police officers that goes beyond our military. For me, police officers, and it doesn't diminish what our military is and what they do, but police officers are on the front lines. Those are the first people that you call in most instances when you have a domestic dispute, a crime that is taking place, somebody needs to be saved. The first thing you do is you reach out to the police by default, by instinct. These guys put their lives on the line every single day. And I always hear about people saying that, oh my God, it's the police brutality. No, I'm telling you statistically that police officers are maimed, killed, and injured in the line of duty on a regular basis trying to serve the general public. And most of them come from your own neighborhoods. Most of them grew up in your neighborhoods. Most of them are villainized because of the badge that they wear and the uniform that they got on. But most of them are our fathers, our uncles, sometimes now your aunties and your girlfriends. And so y'all got to start showing more respect to police officers because another one was killed in Chicago. Check it out.
Breaking news, a Chicago police officer shot and killed in the line of duty. From what we're hearing, dozens of police officers are gathered outside of University of Chicago Medical Center right now.
And our Brona Tumulty is there right now, where we are expecting a news conference to get underway shortly. Brona?
Good evening, guys. Yeah, very, very sad news indeed tonight. We're still waiting on a press conference from Superintendent Larry Snelling. Still a very fluid situation out here, as you can imagine. Sources telling us tonight the officer killed is in his mid-20s and has been with the department a few short years. We do have a name for the officer. We're not going to say it right now out of respect for his family, and we're still waiting on public confirmation of that name from CPD. All of this started around 8 o'clock this evening in the Chatham neighbourhood near the intersection of 84th and South Ingleside. We do understand from sources that possibly 2 suspects are in custody. We are waiting for more information from CPD about what led up to this entire incident. The alarm, of course, raised immediately over police radios.
4 South Eagle Side 8024 South Eagle Side. PO's been shot. 8204. I got an officer shot. Officer down. Anybody who's not there yet, if you can start blocking off Cottage, we're going to want to get her to UFC as quick as possible.
Now, there has been a massive police presence here over the last couple of hours. Dozens upon dozens of officers on scene. Several of the roads around the hospital are closed off to through traffic. Emergency vehicles, of course, still able to get through. We did have a crew over at the scene where this shooting happened, and we do understand that a witness spoke with WGN a short time ago. Take a listen.
I live in the neighborhood. I was just in my house, and I heard the police just driving down our block real fast, and so I just came out to see what was going on.
Now, we do understand that press conference is going to happen imminently. We're going to move over to where it is set to begin. We will bring you updates, of course, online and on air as we get them.
It's unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate that people die in the line of duty and you have people being disrespectful to their families. Y'all don't even be knowing these people sometimes. I mean, I don't know how we can devalue human life so much to where y'all would be okay and excited. Not y'all in the chat, but we got a little struggle streamers, a couple little struggle buses that's in here that will say, yeah, man, get the police and get that. I don't even know how to deal with that. I don't even know how to address that. I don't even know if it's worth it for me to address such ignorance of people thinking that it's okay to take out anybody, let alone police officers. Honestly, it's so sad. And we don't have an administration that's in office right now, both locally in Chicago or nationally inside of the White House, that supports police officers. And it's sad. We've become so liberal and so confused and so easily marketed to that how can you disrespect police officers? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just want to let y'all know that Anton stand on business no matter what. I don't care what the community say. I don't care how these people are easily marketed to as far as going against police officers. I genuinely love y'all, all right? And then last but not least, the Teamsters is filing a lawsuit against Pepsi in Chicago for abruptly closing a plant. Check it out.
PepsiCo now faces a union lawsuit over the abrupt closure of its Southside plant. Teamsters Local 727 filing the lawsuit in federal court claiming the company unlawfully shut down.
Somebody says, hold on, let me address this. Somebody says all cops is not good cops and all black people ain't good black people. But do I demean all of them? Do I throw them all away? All humans ain't good. All men ain't good. All women ain't good. All nothing ain't good. So what? Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Be an adult. Take the goddamn chain off your neck and grow the fuck up, bro. Y'all too old and too black to keep talking like this. Too poor. Too destitute. Your neighborhoods is destroyed. Y'all keep running away from the place that you live in because y'all can't get your lives together. If it wasn't no crime to stop, then you wouldn't have to worry about no police officers showing up. You say free young thug and then say all cops ain't good. Grow up. Y'all too old. You's an old man still talking about police officers. What are you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? You still doing crime, dog? You still worried about getting stopped by the police doing this? Pulling your seatbelt over, you ain't got your license, registration, and insurance right? You still worried about the police? Let me tell you something. The police don't care nothing about you. They ain't thinking about you. They trying to go home. They trying to go home, dog. Think they care about you? They trying to stay up out the way. Then y'all get mad when they don't want to respond to y'all raggedy selves in y'all little busted neighborhoods. Dusty? They got to walk in your house with your domestic dispute because you can't get along with your girlfriend. Jesus, what is wrong with y'all? Grow up. Grow up, dog, and put a shirt on. Stop having a white beater on in your profile pic. That's how I know these niggas be dusty, man. Get that white beater off your profile pic, bro. No, you got to show your chain and your BDBs, and then you don't want to get profiled. I'm profiling you right now. Man, all cops ain't good cops. Your friends ain't good friends. Now what? Means the dude deserve to die? Jesus. Good God. What's wrong with y'all? Back to the show. Pepsi, Teamsters lawsuit. Jesus.
PepsiCo now faces a union lawsuit over the abrupt closure of its Southside plant. Teamsters Local 727 filing the lawsuit in federal court, claiming the company unlawfully shut down the facility by violating the WARN Act. Now the plant at 51st.
All these girls don't like, man, these black women can't get their lives together. You on your profile pic like this. And now you see why they don't want you. Okay, so I told you the truth. Change your shirt, put a collared shirt on, stop smoking so much weed so your lips ain't black. You ain't got to worry about whether or not you're getting pulled over and given a ticket and citation so that you don't kill somebody driving under the influence.
First and Low is in the back of the yards neighborhood, closed without warning last week. PepsiCo says it is complying.
And don't get mad at me for telling you the truth. I told you the thing that your daddy didn't tell you. I'm going to tell you the thing that your daddy didn't tell you. You still walking around carrying illegally. Hey, man, if these cops, man, ain't you tired? Ain't y'all? Listen, being dusty is the most tiresome job in the world. When you wake up dusty, you are stressed. You are waking up trying to figure out why life is treating you bad. Why don't society love me? Why am I only liked? And why do I got to make an adjustment every time that I go into society and I start to think differently? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all realize how weird you are if you dusty and you got a dusty mentality? Don't you realize you limit yourself based off of the opportunities that's presented to you? Don't you realize that nobody wants to be around people that smell like shit all the time? Don't y'all know that it's very difficult for you to find a woman that is probably meant for you because you refuse to get your life together and your mentality is a reflection of how it is that you live your life? Don't you know it's much easier on this side when you're not dusty? Let's talk about it for a minute. Let's get into it.